So, is that 4 foot parts or 4 feet parts? But also a little interesting fact for you, 4 foot is actually a railway transport term, meaning the distance between the rails of a standard gauge railway, which in actual fact isn't 4 foot, it's actually 4 foot 8.5 inches. Interesting. So hello guys, welcome to stage 70, and we're going to assemble 2 more elements of the right foot, and it looks like we're going to do pretty much the same as the last issue, but there's a little bit more of it. So as always, let's go through the parts. And I'm going to have to move this guy's leg out of the way because I can't read my magazine. So I've placed him with his leg up in the air, and now he looks like a cat about to lick his to clean himself. So let's see what we've got. Quite an interesting layout. They've gone 3 4 1 7 2. So we have got foot part marked 2, and this has got a straight bit, so this has actually got the number 2 on it, so that is number 1, and this is a metal part. Piece 2 is foot part marked 3, so I think that's this one because it looks the same but it's got the 3 on it. So that's that one. Part 3 is a foot part marked 2, so eeny meeny miny mo, and this is, oh look at that, this is part 2, so that's got the 2 on it, and that should leave this one foot part marked 3, which that has got 3 written on it. That takes us to part number 5, which is toe times 2, 2 toe, 2 2 2 toe times 2, and these are the same as last week, so they go there. Part 6 is the toe joint times 2, and there we go, again the same as the last issue. These are all metal parts, and then that takes us to part 7, which is 3 grub screws, and again same as before, so we will be needing our Allen key attachment, whether you use the Allen key supplied or your own Allen key, doesn't matter which one. So lay those out. And finally 5 plastic sleeves, because one of those is spare, and these are the plastic sleeves, and I am keeping the spares for 2 reasons. One is, although we get a spare one with every issue, I had the opportunity in the last issue to lose one, and it's okay. If I lose one in this issue, that's fine, I'll get away with it. But what if I lost 2? What if I tried to do, I lost one, I go, that's fine, I'll use the next one, something else has happened and I end up losing that one. So I've got the one from the previous week. So we need to begin with part 6, which is the toe joint. So we need to take that, and we need to take part 1, 71 mark 2, so that's this one, because I always lay my pieces out in the order of the magazine, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and what we need to do is with the number downwards and the longer piece on the outside, and then this little knuckle dustery bit we want to hold over there like so. And then we want to take our grub screw. A lot of this I'm doing from memory, although I am reading the magazine, it is being done by memory. So we'll take that grub screw there, making, oops, see that's not gone all the way through, so that's okay. We'll start again and we'll take it a little bit slower because we obviously went too fast, too rushed. So we'll pop that in there. Remember, the connection is being made with the bottom of the foot part, and I can see our problem. It's actually not connecting in the bottom. There we go. And that part shouldn't come out. I think that's protruding just slightly too far. Not much in it, but just a tiny bit. So we'll just back that off, and that's connected nicely. It's a little bit loose, but I've got a feeling it's meant to. Okay, so the next piece that we want is 73, which again is the part mark 2, so it's the second one along. We need the number pointing downwards, and we need the longer joint on the right hand side, and that's going to connect there like so. And then we'll take one of our plastic sleeves, just like we did before. We're going to push that into there. Now that doesn't want to go, so I'm just going to give that a jiggle, and you see that goes through absolutely fine. So now we want one of our pins, and we cut one off. Again, we have spares, but we want to try not to lose them because that will give us one less spare. We can have 2 accidents. What if we were to have 3? And that one's a little bit stiff, so I'm going to push that one in, and it has pushed that sleeve down a little bit. I think that's going to be fine now. So now we've got this stiff foot part there. That's absolutely fine now. It's got movement, so I'm happy. So next we want to take one of the toes. Any one of the toes will be fine. That will go into there like so. And I hope you can see. I'm going to actually bring my camera down a little bit. So we'll then pop one of these plastic sleeves into there, and like before, if it doesn't, that actually went in fine, but if it isn't, it's probably because this isn't lined up, so we'll just move that around until it slips in. And then we want to take another one of our pins from last week, and we can pop that into there like so, pushing that in. Perfect, look at that. So that is that first part done. Now the rest of the build for this stage is going to be exactly the same, so I'm going to give you a condensed version. So we'll run through it again fairly quickly. So we need our joint there with the hole facing upwards. We take our part without the rib, longer side on the right, number facing down. That goes over there like so, and we take a grub screw, pop it. Oops, sorry, one of my screwdriver bits has just gone flying across the table onto the floor. There we go. So we take our grub screw, pop it on the end of our screwdriver, pop it into there. If it's not screwing in, we'll just wiggle it around until it lines up, which it does line up, and then we don't want that grub screw to protrude, so that I'm actually happy with. So secondly, we take our foot part with the rib in the middle, number pointing downwards, longer end on the right, hold that over there, take a plastic sleeve, push that into there. Oops, that doesn't want to go in. Push that into there, and if it doesn't want to go through, we probably haven't got this perfectly lined up, so we'll just keep moving this. There we go. Once we've got it moved into the right position, that goes in fine. So let's save ourselves a bit of time, and let's cut 2 of these pins off. We know we're going to need one in a moment, so let's get them ready, and we'll just pop that pin into there like so. in like that. And then we'll finish that off with a toe joint. There we go. This one didn't want to go in. Right, so plastic sleeve, and there we go. That went straight in because I had it lined up, but if it doesn't go straight in, just wiggle it around just to line the hole up. Take our pin joint, and there we go, and that's that. So that is the stage complete. We have 2 more toes ready, and that can go with the third one, and that is not only the end of that stage, that's actually the end of that pack. So I have nothing to tell you about next week, so I think I'm going to finish this off with a little play. So how do we think this is going to go in? Let's have a little play. Obviously all those of you that are doing the Agora version, you probably already know this, but I think that's going to go in. Yes, look, you see you've got 2 collars, and I think that's going to go in like that. So are we cheating by doing this? I don't really know, but it's good fun, isn't it? So he looks like he's going to have 5 toes, and I think that looks pretty swell. Pretty swell, is that? I can't get him on camera. So there's his heel, and there's the front of his foot. You've got the arch there, and then the toes there. I think that's pretty fantastic. So I'd like to know how we're going to connect that. Do you think we'll just have one big bolt going through? Don't know. Anyway guys, so there we have 3 toes, 3 feet, 3 parts of the feet with 3 toes. That's issue 70 complete. I hope you join me next week when we do stage 71. At the time of recording I have no idea what stage 71 is, but obviously by the time we get there, by the time this is released, I will already have recorded it. So take care guys, and I hope to catch you next week. Thank you very much for watching.